Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash, and Tazayar Gabar from Prophets in Babylon, Waco, Texas. Under the branch of the Prophets in Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida Camp. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. And peace and salutation all down to the hopefully elect. Alright. Coming back, another week to push out this word, onto the hopeful elect and warning the 2/3 of our people. We're going to go into a few stuff that happened on the news recently. You got the submarine implosion. You got, what was the other one?
Oh, about the woman that leaves her baby for 8 days and the baby dies. Ohio mom.
Got that. There's another post. Another post on here. Con. Oh yeah. Over 15,000 people on wait list to meet potential AI girlfriend.
Yeah. What about the one about the AI that told the guy to commit suicide? He committed suicide.
So all right, the nation of Edom, they're starting with their elites. They're pushing that whole digital and technology era, right? The way that we used to live 2010 on all the way up until 2009, the 2010 era, the technology and not technology, the old way of living, everything was, somewhat peaceful. Wish you niggas never had, you 2/3 of Israel, or I should say Israel in general would never have peace here, because this is not our rest. But that era, 2010 to 2019, where before the, the stores, whatever, before the stores started closing down, when Walmart used to be 24 hours, wasn't H-E-B 24 hours?
It was, yeah.
H-E-B 24 hours, you could get up, go to the grocery store all throughout the night. When the movie theaters used to be packed, the malls used to be packed,
We can back that up, like last night, when we went to the restaurant last night, we expecting it Friday night,
Friday night, me and a brother was out eating at a restaurant that's supposed to be packed with like women and men, watching sports, whatever, but that shit was dead. So when the restaurants and stuff used to be packed, the Lord took the mirth from this place, alright? And I'll get that. If you can get it, go ahead.
Okay.
So the Lord, I think it's Hosea 2:11. Hosea 2:11.
Okay.
I will also cause all her mirth to cease, her feast days, her new moons, and her Sabbaths, and her solemn feasts. Slack it, that's the wrong scripture. Jeremiah, make sure you hold the camera so it won't fall like last 2 weeks ago, remember?
Sure, right.
Jeremiah 25:10. Jeremiah 25:10. Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth, and the voice of gladness, and the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride, the sound of the millstones, and the candle. So the Lord took all the joy and mirth out of this place. You know how it was before 2020, you know, and before late 2019, you know?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, how, you know, Jake, the food restaurants and stuff, they packed on Friday night,
Yeah,
Saturday.
Friday and Saturday nights. Yeah.
You know?
It's kind of it's funny that, you know, like I say, me and the brother was kind of shocked that we saw it like that, because we was like, you know, okay, we'll come up with a plan B just in case, you know, this restaurant be crowded. And I got over there, and then the brother came on in, and we was both like, nah, man, this ain't packed at all, man. Yeah, we just get a seat wherever we wanted, really, you know. Yeah, I got a scripture to back you up. Isaiah 24:11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
God, you know, and us, the times that we are coming into, you know, Jacob's trouble, people are gonna be crying for wine, which is they're gonna be wanting to hear the words of the Lord, because the Lord gonna take the prophets off the streets.
Yeah.
You know, and they're gonna also be crying for some actual wine. You know,
Yeah.
Jake gonna be so fucked up. They just see their damn parents get killed. You know.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You know, Jake gonna be trying to look for answers. They ain't gonna have it. The Lord is gonna take up all the joy out of this place, and He already has, to a certain degree. You know, going to the mall, going into 2019. That's why all them damn stores and stuff started closing, shutting down.
Yeah.
You know, they closed down a good number of Walmarts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you know, going to the mall, going to the movies, you can still do it, but it ain't how it used to be.
Nah,
you know,
man.
It's almost dead.
Yeah.
I know, I go to the movies.
Yeah, Fridays. I remember, you know, when I was younger, I mean, it's like Friday nights used to be the thing to go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? One place over there where we live, I remember they had the movie and a game room over there. So you know, guys would go over there and hang out over there and play games or go watch the movies and stuff. And that kind of stuff is dead now, man. It's just, it don't exist.
You know, you 1980 babies used to love arcade machines.
Yeah.
And, Pac-Man.
I didn't get all the way into it, me personally, but you know, it was some things that I did play. So hey, yeah, I'm part of that too.
And even the sports, you know, the sports is not like it used to be.
No.
You know, all them old legends, they ass getting old, starting to retire. And look, hey, speaking of sports, look what the Lord did to the sports industry in 2020. He shut all that shit down.
Yeah.
They literally had to start playing again damn near a year later. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
You know? And when they did, they had like a limited amount of people that could come. It was only be like 500 or something.
Yeah. You're
in
right.
a big
Right.
stadium.
Right.
You know? Like the WWE, look, they had Stone Cold there. He was in the ring, the whole stadium was empty. And he still had to like perform. He said that was the most awkward shit he ever did in his life. You know how he did that what? And the fans say, how he say something and the fans say what? Or whatever. He was doing that, but like it was no fans, so it was awkward.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some, what do they call them? Concerts with no people.
Yeah. Yeah, them celebrities losing money.
Yeah.
Nobody was going to their concerts. You know? So that's how quick the Lord can shut everything down.
You hear something about Deion Sanders? He's supposed to, I think it's tomorrow, he's supposed to have emergency surgery. He's got, it's something else going on. I haven't looked that up like that.
Yeah, I hope that. But, you know, getting at it again, moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the sound of the millstones and the light of the candle. So, there's a whole documentary on, you know, these malls and these movie theaters being abandoned, closed down and abandoned. You know, literally, malls and movie theaters are starting to look like a thing in the past now. You know, something that was so common is starting to look like something that's in the past, like that old way of living.
Yeah.
All right, we are coming into a new era. You know, in which these devils trying to implement their new world order. You know, by way of their seal that you gotta take Revelation 13. Alright. And you know, before they fully set it on a scale for that to be implemented, you know, Jake ain't gonna be out here working and all that stuff is gonna be, you know, closed down. It's gonna be an all right hell. All hell breaking loose, alright?
Yeah.
You know, in 2010 to early 2019, that way of living is officially, you know, gone. Alright? And you can tell.
Yeah. And you see it in how people interact with each other, you know. Before the pandemic, a lot of people would see you, they walk up and, hey, you know, sometimes they would hug you or what have you, and like once that, you know, once the pandemic started, it was like everybody was scared to even just bump, even shake hands with each other, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, it's changed. This thing has really changed a lot of people's spirits, you know what I'm saying? And you can really tell that Yahweh Shah has taken the mirth out of this earth. I mean, really, if you want to be honest about it, he started. It may have started back in 2000, because you got back in the day. You remember? Well, you don't remember, but before that, they had the Y2K. You know, they thought the world was going to end in 2000. So that started a little bit of that, and then in 2001, you know about 911, and 911 did take a lot, you know, just from experience. And I'm you know, I don't live in New York, but you could tell that it you know, during that time, it took a lot of mirth out of the earth, you know, and I could imagine it really did, especially up there in New York. So you go all the way up to that, to 2019, 2020, and you see the Lord has gradually, yeah, it's a gradual decline, but it's declining.
So now you got over 15,000 people on wait list to meet potential AI girlfriend, which is a damn robot.
Yeah.
You know, it shows you the confusion.
Yeah, it's the confusion, the desperation,
the folly of this place.
And the folly.
You know, we got these men signing up to get a robot girlfriend.
Yeah, crazy. It just shows you how bad the relationship and the conditions are between man and woman. So,
yeah.
You know,
the man is rejecting.
Yeah.
I mean, the woman is rejecting the majority of men.
Yeah, they are. You know, because like I say, they have more freedom. What the scriptures say, you know, you should not give a woman, you know, too much liberty. So you don't give her liberty. So, you know. And by them having this liberty and this free will, look what's going on. Now it's to the point to where a lot of them don't want to deal with a man, you know? So that's the world we live in.
Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. So this world is AI,
Mm-hmm.
AI bot or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And his dumbass did it.
Yeah,
You know?
he did it. He did it.
And the rich took no place. The
Yeah.
rich started with the prophets of the Lord. The Lord was sitting in a low place. Alright.
And but you know that made me think about that old saying that you know that right now the the idiots, you know, speak louder than the voice of reason. The voice of reason is being tuned out, and the ones who are of folly and you know BS, those are the ones that speak the loudest. They have the platform to speak it.
Say that again?
Now I'm saying, you know, it made me think of that scripture: "Woe unto to those who call good, who call bad good and good evil." You know,
Yeah.
that's what it make it think of. That scripture there.
Pull that out.
Yeah, okay.
Jake is crazy, man. Jake is really crazy. So these are the things that's going on. You know, so this AI thing is taking over. You got little voice recordings of dead singers singing modern day songs.
Yeah.
Cartoons rapping modern day songs and old songs, you know.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think they were trying to do a song with Biggie Smalls. I'm not for sure. It was some guy one of the rappers that are, you know, that's deceased, but they was going to use AI to bring out do an album. So now that's the power that AI now they can fix it to where they can, you know, a guy can make an album and, you know, the guy probably been dead over 20 or 40 or 50 years ago. So
fucking a guy, Bruno Mars doing a song with James Brown.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good example of somebody do something with Michael Jackson or something, you know. This is Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So in this world, that's what's going on now. You know, bitter is good, and you know.
A man decided he wanted his water cut off.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and the thing about it, and I'm glad you brought that up because the brother was bringing it out earlier that you know, it didn't coming up when I was coming up, it didn't happen like that. You know, back in the day, if somebody was thinking of doing things like that, they thought that he should be thrown in an asylum. You know, so you know.
Crazy song.
Yeah, you know, but now in 2023, if you say that,
your ass getting thrown in jail.
well, I mean, you know, well, the people who say that they want to get it done, you got other people that hear this and applaud them for wanting to do it. You know?
And you call it crazy.
Yeah. So that's the kind of folly that we live in. So we know we're living in some wicked times when you know when a man want to cut off his penis and be a woman, man. Or a woman wants to be a man,
or
you know.
You want to sleep with a robot. You know?
Yeah, that too. You know.
You think these women out here buying a damn AI bot? No.
No, you got one woman. She decided she wants to marry herself. They so in love with themselves, you know, and a lot of them they're very. They think more of themselves than they should, and so being that they think more of themselves than they should, that's why they do stuff like that, marry themselves. You know, it's crazy. But you know, this goes back to Proverbs 9:13. The woman's clamorous; she knows of nothing.
Shit. God, you know. So this what everything is shifting toward is toward this new way of life, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Esau wants to be the Most High.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
wants to know
Yeah.
what you're doing,
Yeah.
what you're thinking.
I'm glad you brought that out. You don't mind me saying it, but they had I saw a post the other day where they was talking about where people said that it would be okay with them to have the government have surveillance on their household. So yeah, you know that this government or this entity that we live up under wants to be like the Most High, want to see all things.
Isaiah 14:14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Isaiah 14:12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? So it's not talking about, you know, a spiritual fucking red demon devil underground. It's talking about the elites of the nation of Edom. Son, because you know they're gonna get cut down. You know, eventually they're gonna be overthrown. But right now they're in power. O Lucifer, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? You see, Esau raising hell with these other nations. You know, like when Donald Trump ordered the hit on General Salman, the Iranian government, or the Iranian ruler, you know, because the U.S. bullied these other nations. You know, Isaiah 14:13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So, you know, that's the thoughts of these wicked elites. They want to be
like the Most High.
They want to be the Most High. You know, which is why they pushing this C-Hip.
Yeah.
In this technology era, you know. Back in 2016, Walmart didn't have all these self-checkouts, you know. You had cashiers, and they really trying to get robots to replace the workers. You know, some stores already have that.
Yeah. You know, that's funny you mentioned it. I think there's a McDonald's like that. I don't know exactly where it's at. I don't know if it's in another country or if it's here, but yeah, they got one. It's like a McDonald's that runs by itself. It's crazy, man, but it is what it is. And like I say, that's just one example. So just imagine that kid continues to grow and grow and grow. So that's what Esau wants.
You know, that old 2016 era, which these jakes love to think back on so much. You know, you see the posts about Jake saying they wish they could go back to 2016.
It's funny you mentioned that. I was watching something on CNN at work, and they was talking. No, I think it was on Fox. They had it on Fox the other day at work, and they were saying that a lot of people want to go back to how things used to be. And you know, I get it, because a lot of times sometimes you be talking to people, you can't even have a decent conversation with them because they sitting there just fucking, you know, playing with their phones. Like, you know, we talking, and you know, which back in the day when I was coming up, that would be considered rude, but that's how things are these days.
Or you put on a movie and they staring at the phone the whole time.
Yeah, there you go. Go to a movie and they're playing with their phone the whole time. Like, man, come on, man.
You know, Jake want to go back to 2016.
Yeah. A lot of people want to go back to how things used to be. But, you know, Esau has pushed it through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai on the left-hand side to further this agenda. So, you know,
his prophecies could come
prophecies.
to pass.
Yeah, there you go. Knocked it right out the park.
That's the whole point. You don't see none of the prophets saying, I want to go back to 2016 or 2012, 1985.
No, because a lot of brothers are in their mindset of like, I want to get out of here. I'm ready to get out. I'm ready to go. I mean, a lot of times you may even just say it to yourself, and you know, and you don't even know you said it. You're like, man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get out of here. I say it, you know, and a lot of times I say it without even thinking. Like, I gotta go. I'll be at work. Sometimes I'll be at home. I'll be like, I gotta go. You know, so it ain't just to be out of the job. It's just to be in the kingdom, man. It's subconsciously that's what you want. You wanting and you're yearning for that kingdom, man.
All
you know?
Jake do is work, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, because that's our lot here in this society. It's gonna, you know, constantly push going to work. And you know what? Jake and Esau love that. You know, Jake and Esau love to, you know, do that. The first thing, like, where's so-and-so? Why he ain't at work? You know, like, people don't get sick or other situations don't come up to where they can't come to work or whatever. It's like, you're supposed to be here, you know?
Then when you go to work the next day, they side-eyeing you, looking at you.
Yeah, looking at you like, you know, motherfucker, why you wasn't here yesterday, you know, so to speak, you know? So, yeah, you had those kind of situations and stuff, so, you know, all you can do is just keep on pressing and keep praying to Yahweh B'Shem, Yahweh Shai, and keep going with this truth, man. Stay in it.
Hey, brothers saying it more and more, you know, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, we tend to say a lot of that, you know. I remember I was listening to a video from the Elder Apostle Ricard, and he was saying, you know, sometimes he tends to say that, you know. I was like, man, I be saying that too, you know. Like, I gotta go, I gotta get out of here, I gotta go.
Them, they've been doing this 30 plus years.
Yeah. So I mean, here we are. We, you know, like you've been here 5, so
6,
you know what I'm saying.
6 years.
Yeah. So I mean, Elder Apostle Tahar, he's been in it almost 38 years. So, you know.
That ain't nothing, man.
You know. So you imagine a brothers like him, Apostle Gabar. He's been in it since 1990. Elder Apostle Tahar's been in it since 85. You got the brother Elder Apostle Ricard. I think he came in like about 91. Elder Apostle Aramlab, he come in about 93. So those brothers have been in it for a long time, man. You know. So you can imagine we sitting, you know,
the reason why we right here today.
Yeah, there's the reason why we're where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? But just imagine those brothers, you know, because they entered into other men's labors, which we have too. But they've been doing it so a lot more longer than we have. You know, so how much more with those brothers than us? You know?
They've been through fucking 5 different generations.
Been through it all, man. They done went to jail. You know, certain situations, you know, where the Lord may have tested their faith and they you know, they prevail. You know, the Lord found some kind of way for them to prevail.
How he brought up Elder Apostle Tahar said, Elder Apostle Gabar and Elder Apostle Ramla, how their car broke down.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about
went
that.
To go, like, help him, and all the way, his car ended up breaking down too.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a test of your faith right there, man. Things like that, man. You know. But also just continue to just hang in there. You know, hang in there. All the more reason to hang in there.
All right, man. You know, so the way things are being set is happening for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, a reason to further on that era of prophecy regarding the sea and also demonization of the prophets, because they're gonna use that AI to manipulate our voice to make it look like we said something what we really
you
didn't.
didn't.
Make it look like we did something.
Yeah,
Really
make
did.
it look, yeah, because I mean, you gotta understand, Esau. Not only is he the master of the weapon, he's the master of deception.
Which is why he's the devil, because deceive, the word is devil means to deceive.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, a perfect example of it is
the serpent.
That too. That I was thinking about that a while back in Chicago. There was and you probably heard about that, where they had these probably some Edomites kind of posing like they were Jakes, went and stole a bunch of stuff. I forgot exactly what stores they stole out of, and then come to find out they weren't Jakes, they were Edomites. So that's another form of deception right there.
And also they have these little realistic masks.
Yeah,
that's they put on their face.
Yeah, make them look like they Jakes.
They don't use fucking Jakes and Freddy Krueger. They use a Negro face. You know, so they the master of deception and using that sword.
And the sword.
You know, which I was watching the elder Kazak, Mississippi, he was saying how Isaac gave Esau alternative version. He just gave his ass anything, because Jacob, the one who got the real blessing. So Isaac didn't have nothing else to give Esau. So he just said, here, you're going to rule the earth with the weapon. Kill shit, you know. So,
because he was a natural hunter anyway, so.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
You know, so Jake, I mean, we are in a good way of living already. You know? And you know, we're not gonna go back to
Ain't no going back.
Ain't no going back. You know, there's no going back. Like that song. Right? You know.
And really, if you're in your right mind, the spirit is working with you. Exactly. You don't want to go back.
What the hell you gonna go back for? There's nothing here.
Yeah.
We want America to be destroyed. Most of our people wanted to go on forever.
I mean, at the end of the day, we want to be back in our land. You know, that's where we want to be, man. And back in the, back in the good, most importantly, back in the good graces of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. You know?
And you got another thing where that submarine imploded.
And you know what, about that, sometimes Esau put things out like that, because, just might be something else he's doing behind the scenes that nobody else has picked up on, you know what I'm saying? Because you think about it, right now, that's kind of the topic of that's like part of the top part of the news right now, you know what I'm saying, about this submarine or whatever you want to call it. This is the top story right now, but there's something behind the scenes somewhere, to come up. And usually that's what goes down. Esau does the same thing. His strategy is always the same. I always put out some kind of a deception because I got something else on the underline underneath that,
That's probably I wouldn't be surprised if that was a little fluke.
And it could have been, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even with that Titanic back in the day, it wasn't that wasn't done accidentally, really, because those men that were on that ship, those men were against the Federal Reserve System. And there were other people who wanted to get rid of them. So the best way to get rid of them was, they all go on that ship. And it just so happened that the majority of those people on there were millionaires. You know what I'm saying? So, and they were, like I say, they were against the Federal Reserve System. So they must have had a lot of will and power to make sure that it didn't happen. So the best way to do it is,
All their ass together.
Yeah.
Then make a movie about it, make money off of it.
Yeah. Make it and turn, and then on top of that, the movie's probably a classic.
It is damn classic.
Yeah. I ain't never seen it, but I mean, I know.
You never saw Titanic?
Man, I ain't in that kind of movie. I mean, I look at the documentaries about it, but
You never saw the
but I never saw the movie with what's the dude's name?
Leonardo?
Yeah, I never watched this stuff, man. That's not my kind of movie. But I do know the background of it because a lot of times those movies ain't gonna tell you the truth. That like the documentaries, that what the real reason why it happened, they're gonna just show you an accident. And,
the brother Boren did a video on why the real reason it happened too.
Yeah, like I say, get rid of those men who were against the Federal Reserve System, man. And then on top of that, the captain, if I'm not mistaken, he was a 33 and a third Mason, I think. Yeah, he was a high up Mason. So, yeah, which most of those people probably that was on that ship, were probably Masons anyway,
And they asses went down.
Yeah.
In the pitch black dark.
There you go.
So imagine being in the middle of the sea on a giant ship, and them are sinking, and it's pitch black. So not only are you sinking, but you can't see
nothing.
And you know that water was freezing too.
Oh yeah, because they ran into an iceberg, I think. Big old piece of ice or whatever ran into the ship. But that was purposely done anyway, so.
And that towel give you hell.
Put it in my pocket, I guess.
That towel give you hell.
We in, boy. It's all good.
Hey, man, that shit funny.
But yeah, man, I mean,
But Esau don't give a damn about his own people.
No.
That's why he not meant to rule.
No. Because if he take his own people out, and he'll say, well, sometimes you have to take some good, you got to get to the evil. That's his. Yeah. That's one of his sayings. He got a better way of saying it, but he's got another sly, slick way of saying it. But yeah, that's basically what he'll do. He don't care. He has no regard for his own people. Yeah, he'll get to 5 of his own people just to get to one Jake. That's the kind of spirit he's in.
That Revelation 12:12. Way up Esau coming down on Jake. It's gonna be far more. It's gonna surpass slavery. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Okay. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath a short time. But a short time. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why he's trying to hurry up and implement that microchip. Because he knows,
God's words.
Yeah. Exactly.
Deceive him.
Yeah.
2nd Ezra 16:71. They shall be like bad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So Esau's gonna be trying to take out Jake.
Yeah.
Especially the prophets of the Lord.
Yeah.
We're gonna have bounties on our heads. We're gonna be a target.
And
we're gonna get lied on, demonized, false accused, false accusation, thrown in prisons, killed.
And it ain't just the prophets. it's all a Jake. You know what I'm saying?
Jake.
All a Jake.
Even your wicked 2/3.
Yeah.
And he's gonna actually get to the 2/3.
Yeah.
You know.
So he's coming from all. He's not just coming for the prophets. He's coming out for all of Israel. But you know that's all through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh.
But he's mainly gonna target the prophets.
Yeah, of course. Because if you target the prophets, they have the truth. The 2/3 don't have it.
No, we combating against.
Or if they do, they don't believe. So,
we're combating against their
their system. Yeah.
I
mean, it's like the same thing with those people that's on the Titanic. They were against the Federal Reserve. Well, we're against this system.
We're against their system.
Everything. We're against this whole system of
come
Esau.
Out of power.
Yeah. And we speak out on it, and so like the song. No, not the song, but that movie Belly. That old boy was eating that banana. He's talking about, I don't like that shit. Well, that's Esau. He's sitting there eating that banana, and you see the prophets and they're giving out that truth. And waking up the elect. And Esau sitting there eating that banana, hollering about, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit,
Lord waking up the elect.
Yeah.
Prophets,
Yeah, through the spirit of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh.
Right. And look at a great example is Andrew Tate. He don't know. He know his days are numbered, but he's still fighting because, like he said, he don't want to be what's it called? A coward.
Yeah.
You want to be a sad hero or something else. But don't be surprised if he get assassinated with his brother, right? But when you combat against this system, you're gonna have people speaking out against it and trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Even if you speak against like the T agenda.
Yeah.
I said, remember that post I said?
Okay.
When I saw the two Issacharites kissing men, I put scriptures on it, and that woman was talking shit. I got a whole, definitely 30 different comments of people, attacking me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because
they're for this agenda that Esau is pushing.
They of this world,
Yeah.
This world is wicked.
Yeah.
Good versus evil. Alright, but Esau's gonna be like a madman sparing none. And he showed you that in the movie, The Forever Purge. You still haven't watched that, have you?
Forever Purge. I'm gonna check that out.
Alright, you don't watch none of these spiritual movies I tell you about.
I gotta check them out. I ain't gonna lie. I be so busy looking at videos and stuff. But I do need to check them out though, because I know they some eye-opening things.
Have you seen the Book of Eli at least?
I've seen bits and pieces. I hadn't seen all of it.
Look at you, man.
I saw that part where they was raping that woman, and he said, "No, leave that alone." Basically he was like saying, let's pick our own battles. This ain't the battle to fight.
So, we gonna be doing that, Jacob.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna be
You'll be seeing things. You may see. Who knows? You may see one of your relatives or somebody you might have grew up with. That's a female being raped. Got to keep moving.
Unless the
keep
Lord,
going.
Unless they have that 1/3,
Yeah, unless the Lord puts the spirit on you, that's a whole different story. But most of the time in those situations, it's one of those things where you see it and you just keep on going, man.
Ain't no Captain Sable.
Yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, we need salvation too.
Yeah.
We need salvation too. So I mean, come on,
And these simps, they're gonna be the first wave of niggas to get taken out.
Yeah.
Right along with whatever thug daddies, The Lord's gonna take those men out, and the prophets of the Lord, they're gonna be the ones that's that key to salvation, which that's.
And see, the thing about it, a lot of them simps, they ain't gonna be in no position to be able to help them neither, because they gon' they gonna be chased too.
They're gonna be getting raped too.
Yeah.
First Timothy 2:15. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sovereignty. So these women are going to be saved by childbearing. That links to Isaiah 4:1. You know.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the women that the Lord wants.
You know, not Sukiana.
Yeah,
and Cardi B.
Yeah.
The ass eaters. You know. The Lord ain't saving you ass eating women. You know. Eating Pookie and Ray Ray ass and all that shit. The Lord ain't saving the ass eating woman, you know. He's saving the woman that's sincere and, you know, serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai through her man, you know, by serving her man. And, you know, you got some harlots that's gonna get saved too, but the only difference, they're gonna be sincerely repent.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because I think there's a scripture in there about that even the ones that who are prostitutes, that some of them will be saved. So yeah, that'll happen. At the end of the day, it's who the Lord chooses, because even in that time of Isaiah 4:1. You know, the Lord's gonna be doing the choosing, but who you gonna be with? You know, or who, I mean, better yet, put it like this: who He wants you to be with.
Matthew 21:31. Whether of them twine did the will of his father. They say unto him, the first. Yahweh Shah saith unto them, verily I say unto you, that the publicans and the harlots go into the kingdom of the Most High before you.
That's scripture.
So, you know, the publicans and the harlots. So a harlot can actually repent.
Yeah.
And, you know, make it to the kingdom.
Yeah, and some of them will, you know, some of them will repent.
Some of them will repent.
Yeah, the scriptures say it will. So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but all in all, you know, these women are going to have a hard time. You know?
Oh yeah, you know, Jacob's trouble is really gonna hit them harder, because they're not able, you know, because they're the weaker vessel. You know, the Bible said that they are the weaker vessel. So, you know, a man, you know, he's a little bit more simpler, a lot more grounded, especially a man of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Stoicism. Get that definition of the word stoic.
Stoic.
Stoic. You know, specifically the man of the Lord, you know, prophets, you know, we are being conditioned to be stoic, which is basically, you know, not showing emotion like a woman. You know, in Jacob's trouble, when bullets and shots being fired, you're gonna hear a lot of screaming and crying. You know. Yeah,
you got to be that one to.
You're gonna see your family get killed in front of you.
Yeah.
A woman, you know, you're not gonna make it if you not in the truth, because you're gonna be crying with these damn women.
That's why it's so important to have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua on you, because a mere mortal man ain't gonna be able to deal with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like the scriptures say,
they love their mama too.
Yeah, and like what the scriptures say, that this will be the worstest time that's ever been on this earth. So, you know, this earth has never even seen this time before. So hey, uh, stoic or stoicism, a person who can endure pain or hardship without showing their feelings or complaining.
That's that brother Daniel Allah made me think of too. You know, even going through body afflictions, he never, you know, he stood strong.
Got another definition.
Hit it.
Not affected by or showing passion or feeling, especially firmly restraining response to pain or distress, or stoic indifference to cold stoically. You know, in some ways, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shah is giving, he's setting that up right now. Because think about it. I just say, in my personal life, there have been some people that have passed away over the past week or so. You know what I'm saying? And people, you know, people that I knew, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I've seen, and even through this year, we're in June, and I've seen a lot of people that I've known have passed away. So in so many ways, it's like the Lord is getting us prepared for these losses right now before Jacob's trouble hit, because there's a whole lot of death going on right now, and you know why?
The mother and the granddaughter killing the grandmother.
Yeah, that too.
And barbecuing on the grill.
Yeah. So you got situations like that, man.
Read that definition again in a second. You think these women are gonna have that? These damn dykes? You think these dykes gonna be
especially them. Not affected or showing passion or feeling, especially firmly restraining response to pain or distress. A stoic indifference to cold stoically.
So you think a dyke and you see all these people getting put to death and your family getting shot up, kids getting taken, you know, seeing women casually getting raped, like seeing a damn bird fly in the sky. You know, you think these damn dykes gonna have the ability to keep all the emotions in and keep going? You know, since they want to be bent so much, you really think they're gonna be able to do that?
Yeah. I got another definition. They are not easily swayed or influenced by external pressures or social conventions. This means that Stoics can stay rational and make sound decisions. See, with all those things that's going on, you know, a lot of these people are not going to make sound decisions, man. When all the chaos hits, they're not going to make no good sound decisions, especially if they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah on them.
Hold that. Hold, stay where you at. This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So the only people that's going to be stable are the prophets of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, because we have the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Bible. You know, we know what's finna get ready to happen. You know, we know we're finna enter some ugly times and gruesome deaths, and our lives is even on the line.
Yeah.
All right. So we got the whole deal. Like I heard Elder Apostle Gabar say, we got the ability to see the future. You know,
through the scriptures and through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, these other people don't. They think. Imagine not preparing for this.
Yeah. You got to. All right.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So this wisdom and knowledge of this Bible is going to be our strength in time. The stability of thy time and the strength of our salvation. You know. And the average everyday nigga don't have it.
No, they don't, because most of these men these days are raised by their mama, so they take on the traits of their mama, which is overly emotional.
Emotional thugs.
Yeah.
You know? Like remember that guy said, it was an older Jake that said, "Hey, what's up, man?"
I remember you telling me about that.
You know?
Yeah, so I mean, that's just It just shows you
America.
that's a woman, because that's a trait of a woman, because he didn't have no lack of understanding. That man was just speaking to you. You you know, he wasn't giving no wisdom or knowledge to know that. Stupid,
America
man.
has raised, sodomites and emotional thugs and weak men, basically.
Yeah.
If you're not a sodomite, you want a emotional thug, gangster niggas, or you just like physically weak, mentally weak, and spiritually weak.
And majority of all of it comes from being raised by a mother, because most of the time you know, because in those cases you don't get the strength and the knowledge from your father. You're getting everything from your mama. How to overreact over everything, be overly emotional about everything that goes on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Which, I mean, it's not saying that, at times you don't, get upset about things, but you don't let it get to the point to where it just makes you to the point to where you're not making sound judgments, man. Or making good decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Not make good decisions.
No.
Emotion. And they be the main ones that be in the damn workplace over you.
Yeah.
Calling shots.
What's that? Job 39:17. She wasn't giving wisdom.
Like in my job, it's a sodomite, Edomite, and then a Issacharite woman.
Mm-hmm.
Super emotional.
Yeah, I mean, so during that time, a lot of men are not gonna have that stoic personality, man. They're gonna lose it. That's why the scriptures say, during that time, men will be faint out of fear. Let me show. I looked up something else. There's 15 traits of a person with a stoic personality. Let me see here. Find something here. Okay. You have resilience, self-reliance. Well, we know you through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem, Yahweh Shah. That's where we get that. Minimalism, which you keep things to a minimum. Practicality. Emotional control. That means you're in control of your emotions. You don't let your emotions control you.
Yeah.
Being level-headed. You're not too overly this and you're not too overly that. You're balanced. Set high standards. Our goal is for this kingdom, so that would be our high standards. To be in that kingdom.
We're fighting for
the
kingdom of heaven. So we know we have to go through this dark trial to get through that. We know we gotta go through hell first and foremost, in Babylon the Great, and go through that fire, which is Jacob's trouble. You know how a diamond has to go through that fire.
Yeah. It's cold before it turns into a diamond. So it's pressure.
You gotta go through that straight gate.
You gotta go through that pressure to be a diamond.
All right.
So, yeah.
This is Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate. The word straight is S-T-R-A-I-T. Which means path of difficulty. So, in order to get that glorious kingdom, we got to go through the hell. Because if we were to get it easy, we wouldn't appreciate it. So we got to go through this hell in order to get it. It's like a boxer going through all that hell in training, and then he has that big fight and he becomes champion by winning.
He reaped the benefits. He gets to reap the benefits because through all that hard work.
And also, like Andrew Tate say, this guy had asked him, how do I get a six-pack easy? And he was like, why do it have to be easy? If it was easy, if everybody had a six-pack, it wouldn't be cool or nothing. Because everybody has it.
Yeah.
Not everybody has a six-pack, because not everybody wants to go through that work to get that six-pack. You gotta work and burn your stomach, all that fat. You gotta eat, condition, you know.
Great. Oh, go ahead.
Right? If it was easy, it wouldn't be appreciated. You wouldn't appreciate your six-pack, you know.
I mean,
get it. Even muscle.
And you see, and I'll give you another example. Let's look on the opposite side. Look at the women. You got the women now, they're going out, they're getting these BBLs. You got some women who are get all these different surgeries and stuff. Lap bands. I remember lap band. I don't know if they're real popular now, but back in the 2000s, there was a lot of women out there getting these lap bands and stuff, you know. So yeah, so you got, you know, so a lot of them don't want to get that hard. They don't want to do the hard work. They just want to do it easy. You know, they just want to see the benefits and see the results. They don't want to put in the work that it takes, you know, because these women aren't built for hard work. Because if they were built for hard work, you see them out here working out, walking, you know,
building houses.
Yeah.
Who be in the construction?
And why you think most of these women are overweight now? You know,
obese. All they do is sit at home and eat.
Well, see, when when you live in a world that makes you feel entitled, you don't feel like you got to do all that. You see what I'm saying? So there's no responsibility, there's no accountability in this world that we live in. But see, in the kingdom, all that'll be, you know, be deceased, because we'll all be
to the ancient way of living.
Yes. And then, like I say, the laws will be in our inward parts. So you know, all that won't happen. We won't see no, you know, none of our women of Israel will be morbidly obese. You know?
They're gonna be in shape, boy.
Yeah, they're gonna be in shape, man.
And healthy.
Yeah, in shape and healthy. You know?
That's how you know this is not our world.
Mm.
This is not our rest. This is the world of Esau. We are in a different world. This world that we're in now, this way of living, this rulership, this queendom, is going to be brought down.
Yeah.
It's going to be a new kingdom built. And it's going to be 12 tribes ruling under Yahweh Shai. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians. You know, that's what we're fighting for.
Yeah.
But in order to get that, Matthew 7:13, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, which is following after this world, the easy route. You know, being caught up in this world.
Yeah.
That's the wide gate. The straight gate is that path of difficulty, which is serving how much you outside, putting off that old man, and pushing out this truth, you know, and repenting. And many there be which go in direct. So many people go out there the wide gate. You know? You got that article about that woman I mean, that woman who left her child at home or whatever. Get that and hold it. But you know, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You know? So we're being that gold that's being tried in the fire. Alright? To be what? Purified. You know? But you know, that's the part, that's the hard part of this truth. You gotta suffer now, and later you're gonna reap the benefits. Live like a king later. You know?
I mean, you know, in this world, you know, you're rejected, you know, by your family, maybe your so-called peers and everything. So all you got is Yahweh B'Shem, Yahweh Shai, and along with the brethren, you know?
You know,
because at the end of the day, and Brother Taz always bring this out all the time, that your family, when the shit hits the fan, your family ain't gonna be there for you. They gonna do everything they can do to you know, to mess you up.
And that's
Tell
scary.
on them. Yeah.
That's scary, especially if you live with them.
Yeah. Yeah. See. Yeah. Whether you live with them or you don't live with them, you know, that's scary. Either way, you know, because they can, you know, because even if you don't stay with them, they can say, well, he's, you know, they can tell you where they, you know, where you stay or what have you. So, you know, it's just so much to think about, man. Either way.
They show you in that movie Queen and Slim, when after the guy shot the cop, they was on the run, and the dude dad had called the cell. He was like, "Son, where you at?" And he was finna get ready to tell him his whereabouts. The dad hung up the phone, so he couldn't really talk to his father. But he wanted to go back home so many times, but that girl kept telling him no because they gonna come to your house. And when he hung up the phone, it showed a clip, and it had a whole bunch of Edomites, like the federal or whatever,
behind his
the
daddy.
FBI? Yeah, and they got mad because he hung the phone up. And he was like, they was like, "You gonna get arrested for helping a fugitive?" And he was like, "Get the hell out of my house." He didn't want to give up his son. You know, your family is gonna be the first ones to turn on you, man.
Yeah.
So,
whatever, get out of here.
what is this, mango?
No, pineapple and orange, I think. That one you had the other day. Is it all the way up froze? Is it cold? Well, you gonna taste it anyway.
Well, yeah, you know.
I put them in the freezer. Still good and cold?
Yeah, I need to taste that.
Yeah.
That's what's going on, man. You know. Like I always say, your cousin Tyrone.
Yeah, we always talk with your cousin Tyrone, your cousin Pookie.
Devontae.
Yeah, Devontae. Your Aunt Baby. Uncle Bubba. You know, when the shit hit the fan, they gonna tell it. Yeah. And I mean, you know what? I've seen situations, you know, just in my own personal experiences, just even before I even came into this, you know, and now that I know what I'm learning, continue to learn what I'm learning, it's like I remember things that are like, yeah, that person right there would tell on me and tell everything they know. You know,
Cousin Ebony.
Yeah. Your job, you know what I'm saying? So
Being like that, you didn't like him anyway. He was so weird.
Yeah.
You had to buy a
get him a different kind of pizza.
Yeah, we had to buy him a certain type of pizza.
Because he don't eat pepperoni and he don't eat sausage.
And he never talked to us. He was so weird. Like that one chick I always talk about that I used to work with, he tried to buy, he had bought a pizza and he was like, "Hey, this pizza in the break room." I went, I looked at it, I was like, "Hold on, I'll be back," and I never came back. And he was like, "How come you didn't tell me you didn't eat pork? I would have bought you a cheese pizza," which I don't think he
eat
did
cheese people.
Oh no, I never trusted that dude. He was somewhat cool and whatever, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't think he would have did it. But shit, I don't know. It don't matter, but sometime down the line we was talking and he was like, "We friends, bro. You just too religious for me." He said some shit like that. He was like, "Your ass too religious," and then he was like, "We friends. We just don't have nothing in common." And I was like, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, we really not friends.
We're not friends. Just associates.
You know?
Peers.
Just associates.
You know?
Which we didn't have nothing in common. He was wicked. You know? That's how it was. Like, you know?
And that's what and a lot of our family and a lot of our so-called peers or
he ever come to
co-workers or what have you, or like that.
Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
You know? He He don't eat our chitlins no more.
Yeah, he don't eat chitlins.
What happened to him? He
Yeah.
wear this ugly ass beard on his face.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's not lined up.
they want you to have a fucking chin strap to go like this.
Yeah.
Shit.
Chin strap. I like that. The
Okay.
chin strap. You laugh at it now because
Half
it's
the
like,
beard cut off, this part cut off, and this part cut off. You got this right here.
yeah, man. I mean, you know what? Now you look back at things, you know, especially coming along in this walk that I've been on, and it's like, man, you look at people and he's like, man, that looks weird now. See a guy, you know, a brother walking around with a naked face.
You
know
think
what I'm
the
saying?
angels walking around with a damn little
No.
skinny ass
No.
chin strap? Well, they got they shit.
They
You
probably
know
got
they
one of
was
them.
like this.
They probably got one like they say Aaron's went all the way down to his knees.
Hey, that's how my beard can be.
Yeah, you know. So just imagine, you know.
Little squirrel.
That's
too,
why
just
it's like,
me.
but like I say, it's just
Yeah.
weird.
On the ground.
Yeah. You know, we don't never have a squirrel get that close to you.
Look at this. The animals attract to us. If y'all brothers can see. Oh, hold up, where he at?
Any other time you would never see a squirrel get that close to, you know, to us like that. Just to people
Can't
like
zoom
that.
in.
Yeah.
That's no, when we start teaching, we have all type of animals come to us. You never notice?
Dogs.
Dogs, squirrels,
Yeah.
birds. You know, reminds me of Adam. You know, Adam had dominion over the animals.
Yeah, he had to mean. He
He could
named
talk
all
to
the
'em.
animals. Yeah. He named all the animals. So yeah. Look at him. He like he's in peace, you know. He don't look frantic or.
That's how the animals gonna be in the kingdom.
Yeah.
They will come to us.
That's kind of like, and that's kind
Up
of
on our
what
shoulder.
Barakatah Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. Because I mean that's a great example of that, man. I know that sometimes, like, I see cats sometimes, man. I remember cats used to run the hell away from me. Now I see cats and they kind of look at me. I look at them, and I guess they like, no, I'm not gonna do anything to them or nothing. They just go on about their way. I'm like, okay, you know. Maybe they can, you know, maybe they detect something I don't detect. I don't know, but
You
yeah,
got the Jake that be trying to kill every damn
yeah.
thing.
You know, you got
like you said.
like
you
we talking about the snails.
wanna pick up a snail, put salt on it.
Yeah,
step
man,
on
that
it.
made me mad. I was like,
Fucking-
good grief, man.
They'll see a cat in the street, they start running, driving real fast. You know, Jake love killing shit, just like Esau. The spirit of Esau.
Yeah. That, I mean, it's like that scripture say, Jeremiah 10:2, learn not the way of the heathen.
Yeah,
And
learn
Jake has
not-
learned a lot from the heathen, and it's all the wicked things.
wanna kill it.
Yeah, it's in their spirit, man.
See a frog wanna chunk rocks and bricks at it and shit.
Put salt on snails. I've seen some people be so crazy they'll take the insects, they'll take their legs off of them and all that kind of crazy. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Now a roach can get it, you know.
No, but that's a different story. We ain't talking about that, but we're talking about like, you know, yeah. I've seen people do some crazy stuff, man. You know, the roaches, hey, I'm getting rid of them. But anything else, it's like, man, you know, a roach or a spider, they can get it. But
I got a spider living in my car. I don't know what the hell is that.
oh, for real.
But kind. You
I
know?
hope it's way, way away from you.
It almost went in my ear. That must have went like this. And I flicked. I was like,
Mhm.
and then,
Mm,
man, the
so-
Lord guided that mother away from my ear. You know,
Oh,
a spider
man,
get in your
did.
ear and
Yeah.
lay eggs and fuck up
Mhm.
your eyes.
Yeah,
That's what happened to
He
this
blind as
Edomite.
hell.
You end up blind.
Oh, he got judgment, man. That was
But-
judgment.
They ended up getting it out, but
Mhm.
the spider go off in your ear and lay eggs and all that shit.
Yeah, I had a cousin, man, one time he had a roach crawling in his ear. And he said, man, it's like it threw his whole equilibrium off. He like hollering everything, and his daddy didn't know what to do, so he just took him to the hospital, and he said they sprayed some kind of purple stuff in his ear, and he said I guess that whatever that was brought the roach out and it died. I was like, wow, man. Yeah, he said, man, it was like, man, it was like, you know, it was like really like getting in his nerves, or bothering his nerves, you know. I can imagine. Every little step it made in your ear.
So like the scripture says, we're being made as fine gold, being tried in that furnace. You know, and the woman gonna see the power that the Lord bless his man with. Right now we see this bones and, you know.
I mean, well, at the end of the day, Jake has no power.
Yeah, we don't got power.
So, you know, and like the brothers always stress all the time that power is what's gonna attract women. Why do you think the women are into Esau like they is? Because they know Esau has the power. Jake don't have no power.
Women want to be protected.
Yeah.
They want to have that.
So in this kingdom, they realize that, hey, a lot of them will think, well, hey, I'll go be with Esau because I know he'll protect me. They got that mindset that he'll protect me, but Esau is a very deceiver.
Esau is going to divorce their ass. All the benefits they got, all that is going to go straight out the window.
Yeah.
In times of Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, because one of them women, I think, had gotten married a while back, but she didn't get that money. Or she didn't get the money she thought she was going to get. So
that's the only reason why these women get married, is to take her money.
Yeah.
Look at what happened to Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, look. He got half his money. All them years of just going in the gym and working out and
go to a funky ass woman.
Yeah,
that didn't
do nothing but spread her legs to other men outside of Scotty.
Exactly.
So I mean, I don't see how could she could deserve that. You know,
could go on the internet and look up the song of the dude who smashed his wife that he made. He could literally go on the internet and listen to the song, because the dude who had sex with his wife, Future, he made a song about it.
Yeah.
You know, I just have your bitch in some Gucci flip-flops. So he could literally go on the internet and listen to the song another nigga made about smashing his woman.
Yeah.
And on top of that, she dating his teammate's son now, which is
yeah.
Marcus Jordan. And I don't even think Scotty actually liked Michael Jordan.
No, they don't. Right now, I think Scotty, well, you know, what's that Deuteronomy 28 where the man looks evil, the brother looks evil at his other brother, and that's exactly that's a good example right there, because he has an evil eye towards Michael Jordan, you know.
But you gotta see,
and he always had.
Michael Jordan was not a good teammate. He wasn't a good person either.
No, he wasn't.
So that's probably why.
Well, yeah, it's probably part of behind the scenes. Yeah, it probably wasn't.
Yeah, he was an asshole, you know.
And I mean, just looking at the documentary, just me personally, because I mean, you know, I grew up in that era, you know, so I got to see him, and I saw how he used to act on the court sometime, even with his own teammates, with the referees and stuff. So yeah, Mike was a real asshole. He really was.
No, the average Jake, they look at him by his shoes and just him dribbling the ball, but you don't know him personally. There's stories out there about how he really was as a person and how he treated his teammates.
One of the former players that he played with, Bill Cartwright, he had got so upset with Michael Jordan. He told me, he said, man, I'll break both your legs, you know. And I think because he stood up to Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan kind of backed away from him, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what he's used to.
Mark Curie too has stood up to him.
Oh, okay.
He tried to bully Mark Curie off a bench or something, and Mark Curie told his ass off, and he stopped. He started respecting Mark Curie, the wrestler.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. And you know, come on, man. Shit. Look how big Mark Henry is, and you gonna try to mess with him. And you know, he got into it with Mike Tyson.
Mike Jordan.
Yeah. read about that too. He got into it with Mike Tyson about something. I forgot exactly what it was, but yeah, he got into it with him. You know, I think Mike wanted to do something to Mike Jordan, to Jordan.
You know, ultimately, Michael Jordan don't give a damn about his people because
No,
he said
don't. No,
in
he
a
don't.
tweet, "I don't make my shoes." But she don't make the shoes. Nike make it, but he said he don't make his shoes for poor black folks. All right, and those are the people who buy his shoes.
And be honest with you, I mean, there's some. I ain't gonna lie. I did like Jordans and stuff. I just never was like, damn. I just can't see myself breaking down and spending that kind of money to get them. You know, and I never went and. Fortunately for me, you know, I never did go and wasn't sitting around in them lines waiting on some Jordans or anything like that. I'm thankful I didn't, you know what I'm saying, looking back at it now. But there's a lot of Jakes out there that used to, that did.
Believe his wife knew he didn't like Michael Jordan, which is why she got with his son. You know?
Yeah, she knew all about that stuff, man.
And the Lord got a special judgment for her. Damn, stuff like that is vexing, you know?
Yeah, it is, man. It's very vexing.
Very, very vexing, man.
And then, you know, because, you know, Jake is, you know, he gets a woman, he's very possessive of his woman already. So, you know, when it happens, you know, you're going to feel real salty about it, man.
And I'm glad Michael Jordan is the topic now because that brother, Elder Kazak from Mississippi, said he had a dream. He named the video Michael Jordan Ain't Shit. And he had a dream that Michael Jordan was basically worshiping the ground him and other brothers walked on because he knew they were the prophets. And there was touring in his house. And he was like, whatever you want, you can have it. And he was walking behind them, you know? Which shows you the leaders of this world, you know, they're gonna be looking up to us. Lord willing, will feed those men. You know, but you can get that article.
Thank the Lord.
We're gonna close out on Job 39, the favorite scripture.
Hey, you want to do Dion too, right quick? Want to do Dion right quick?
Yeah, you do Dion. Mr. Fast Feet.
Since we talking about Jordan, we might well talk about Dion.
I did a video on his ass.
Okay, well, see, he's getting a, you know, I know last week a lot of brothers probably found out that Dion was going to have, he might be set for an amputation of his foot. He's already had some toes cut off. But I saw this in the news this morning where it says that Deion Sanders to have emergency surgery for blood clot in his groin.
Wait, what?
He's having surgery for a blood clot in his groin.
Ain't that the balls?
Yes. That's a hell of a judgment.
Damn.
But you know, Jordan, I mean Jordan. Deion has been very he's been a very proud person for a long time, man. So I see why all these things are happening to Deion. You know what I'm saying? Because he's always had a very proud spirit about him.
I can't testify that because I wasn't really around back then.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying for me,
how was
myself, he was very prideful. He you know, I mean, and not to knock him as a player because he was a good player, you know, but yeah, he was a very boastful, arrogant type of guy, you know. Kind of had that I love me some me spirit.
Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
I love me some me.
And you see why Terrell Owens went through all the hell he was going through. And I'm glad you brought him up because, yeah, he's another one. You said Terrell Owens? I said Dion. Or did I say?
That's what he be saying. I love me some.
Oh, he said that. Okay. Yeah. Well, what I'm saying, he has a I love me some me spirit. But I didn't know T.O. had said that, but I could see, I can believe you because he's got that spirit on him. He does love himself.
And look what happened to him.
Yeah.
got cut.
Yeah, I remember
Bankruptcy.
back in the day, while you know, even when he was with the Cowboys, there was something that had happened where like he had they had said something like he was gonna commit suicide or something, man. And, you know his
what?
it was crazy.
Jay's so fucking in love with Esau.
Mhm.
I mean, I like Cowboys, but I ain't
Mhm.
that fascinated with him. That dude was literally begging Jerry Jones for his job. Michael Irvin had to tell him to stop begging that man. You know?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You gotta tell me more about that later. You know about that boy. I thought what's his name might have would have done that because he was always talking about coming back, Dez Bryant, but I didn't know Dion had did. I mean, T.O. had did that too.
Yeah, you saw how he was crying.
Mhm.
And that's an example of not being stoic.
Yeah.
This nigga crying. You don't
Yeah.
see Zeke doing that shit.
But see, here's the thing about T.O. T.O. was raised by his mother and grandmother, I think. You know what I'm saying? So there was no father. You know, the father wasn't around, so there's no guidance. No guidance, there's no wisdom, no knowledge.
Sirach 10:9. Why is earth and ashes proud? Why is earth and ashes proud?
Yeah.
Now, you know, they also say envy not the sinner. Envy not, you know, not supposed to be envying these damn celebs.
Yeah.
You don't know what they end gonna be.
You know, yeah, and you know, we coming up and you didn't know this truth. You like, man, you know, I remember this show, I don't know if you remember, you might have been before your time, but it was called Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous. So they would go to, or well, maybe you might have seen MTV Cribs back in the day where they show all these celebrities with these nice houses and they got this and they got that. They might show a house, just say for instance, they might show Shaquille O'Neal's mansion and everything. He shows you all this stuff, and, you know, and you know, you looking back, you like, hey man, that's nice, woo, you know. But even then, sometimes you thought to yourself, you're like, damn, that's a little too much. I mean, that's nice, but that's a little too much right now. I don't want that. If I could just have something simple, hey, I'm good, you know. But that was my personality. I ain't gonna, you know. But you know, you do kind of like look at it like, wow, that is nice, you know. But then you know, knowing what you know now, you like, you glad you don't have that. You glad you're not even rich. You know what I'm saying? You rich through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, knowing this truth.
Might as well get the rest. There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such and one setteth his own soul to sell. So that's what you got to do to be rich.
Yeah, you got to sell your soul.
Because while he liveth, he cast away his vows. So they bending over the tables, getting popped, and they wrecked them by these labels and elites that you know.
Yeah.
Open that door for them.
A lot of those people that you don't see on TV or behind the people that are behind the scenes, those are the ones that's doing that stuff.
You know? I always bring his ass up. Jake idolized that man. Yeah. You know? Nigga bisexual, bro. Like, what the hell?
The NBA young boy, yeah.
Like, how you not see it?
And you know, a lot of them up and coming rappers these days are like that. Man, one of them rappers got killed. Was that last week or this week? I never heard of it.
Me either. But yeah, you know, damn Deion Sanders. Damn, that sucked getting your balls worked on.
Yeah, that's like one of the, outside of your Achilles tendon, that's one of the most sensitive places. I don't know exactly, but he's having some kind of surgery.
What type of health problem he got?
I don't know. I just know it's an emergency surgery that they're gonna do tomorrow. He's got a blood clot.
Probably the vaccine. Oh. Damn. Well, Lord willing, Esau gonna clip the video. You know. Because you know,
Yeah, see, he's had issues with his feet for years and has had 2 toes amputated. Oh, he is scheduled to undergo surgery. Oh, okay, he must have had it yesterday for a blood clot in each leg. Dang.
know, the scripture in Deuteronomy where it says, "He that wounded his stones should not enter into the kingdom of heaven."
Okay, so they found one in both his legs,
Slide.
including one in his left thigh.
His private member. He that get his private member cut off should not enter in the kingdom of heaven. But that I don't think he getting that.
No.
That's for the T people.
No, he ain't getting that done.
He ain't getting that low.
But he's got a.
I don't want that happening.
He's got. I guess it's his. I guess it's in his thigh. I guess that's what. You know, like I say, they give kind of screwed information, and you just kind of like got to read between the lines, so to speak.
Get
so.
that last on the woman.
Oh yeah.
They ain't forgot about them.
And she looked like she's Jake.
Let me see. Probably Northern King. Yeah, that's Jake. They do not care about their children. She either Simeon or Ephraim.
Okay.
And she not the only one who did it. It was another, like a year ago, it was a Judite woman.
Yeah.
You know? Ohio. What does that say?
Ohio toddler dies after mom allegedly leaves child home alone for 10 days to go on vacation.
Alright.
Job 39:17.
This is Job 39:13. Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warmeth them in dust. So the Lord compared our women to ostrich. You know how ostrich sit on the eggs to warm them up or whatever. And forgetteth that the foot may crush them, because the ostrich time and time crush their eggs, because they forget, they'll stand up and step on the egg. One might roll away in the wind and they'll forget it. Or that the wild beast may break them. They'll let the wild beast come and eat the eggs. And that's the same thing. She literally left her toddler at home all alone, like it's a teenager or adult, like it's able to feed and fend for herself. While she go, most likely to shake her ass somewhere at a club.
You want to be with some other man or something.
A bum ass nigga. And forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. As though they were not hers. She left her kid, as if it wasn't hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted her understanding. A woman don't have wisdom, not understanding.
And just to back that up, I got Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing.
There you go. Shit.
And see, in this world we live in, these women are not held accountable for nothing they're doing,
How the fuck do you leave a kid? That's what.
Yeah, well,
It must.
The love of, well, it goes back to Deuteronomy 28. I mean, where the woman will look evil towards her son, and he look evil toward her daughter. Because you got to be evil to just sit there and leave a 16-month-old baby by itself and just go off and go do what you want to go do and think it's all good, man. That's that's why the Bible says they have no understanding.
And then they got the nerve to say women are smarter than men.
Well, I remember women, and some of them still say that.
They
I have a
do.
bad understanding. You're right. You do have a bad understanding because you wasn't given understanding. You weren't given understanding. The Bible tells you were not given understanding, no wisdom. So, yeah, you're right. Oh, man. Barakatah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You see how the Lord bless us? This wind blowing a little bit. We feeling it. We was out here hotter earlier. And it done kind of cooled down just a little bit, man. That's the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
Yeah.
That moon even it wasn't even as bright as it was early when we came out here. Remember, did you see the moon early? It wasn't even nowhere near as bright as it is now. But it's getting ready to be dark. I know it's something after the Sabbath, the Shabbat has started. So, but yeah, man.
Got any more scriptures though?
No.
So with that, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem,
the brother Taziyar Gabar from Prophets in Babylon, Waco, Texas, under the branch of the Prophets in Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida Camp. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation on down to the hopefully elect. I'm going to say Shalom, Abad, Babal, Su.
Shalom.